Life isn't going to coddle you. It's not going to hand you everything you want just because you showed up. And here's the hard truth. Nobody owes you anything. The world doesn't care if you've been through struggles, if you've faced challenges, or if you've had the odds stacked against you. Life doesn't apologize. The sooner you understand that, the better prepared you'll be for what's to come. The world isn't your playground. It's a battleground. You're going to fail. That's not a prediction, it's a guarantee. The most successful people in this world didn't get there because they were perfect. They got there because they didn't give up. You can't fear failure, because failure is just the beginning of your true journey. Every time you fall down, you have two choices: stay down or get back up. And let me tell you, every time you get back up, you're stronger than before. It's the failures that shape you, not the victories. You can't be afraid to try. In fact, you should be afraid to not try. Because when you don't try, you're already failing. Success is not some magical destination where everything falls into place. Success is a relentless pursuit. It's the grind, the sweat, the tears that most people aren't willing to shed. You might think that success will just come to you, that one day you'll wake up and it will be there waiting for you. But that's not how it works. You have to wake up every day and chase it. If you're not willing to work for it, then why should it come to you? The universe rewards effort, persistence, and resilience. It doesn't reward sitting around hoping for things to happen. There's something else you need to know. People aren't always going to have your back. You'll have friends, you'll have family, but there will be moments when you'll feel completely alone. You have to be okay with that. Because in those moments, it's not other people who are going to pull you out. It's you. You have to learn to stand up for yourself, to advocate for your own success, to protect your own peace. It's a tough world, and it won't go easy on you just because you've had a rough time. One of the hardest lessons to learn is this: you can't control everything. Life doesn't go according to your plan. People will disappoint you. You'll experience setbacks. Things will change in ways you didn't see coming. But here's the secret: you don't have to control everything. All you can control is your response. And if you can respond with resilience, with faith, and with purpose, you'll be able to weather any storm. Stop waiting for permission to live your life. Stop waiting for someone else to validate your dreams. You are the only one who can make your vision a reality. Don't let anyone tell you it can't be done. Don't let anyone dim your fire. If you have a dream, you have to chase it down with everything you've got. Don't let fear, doubt, or the opinions of others hold you back. The world is full of dreamers, but very few people actually go after their dreams with the intensity and focus that's required to make them come true. It's easy to get distracted. It's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to settle. But here's the truth. The moment you settle, you stop growing. The moment you stop pushing yourself, you start to stagnate. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's for the relentless, the ones who are willing to keep going, even when the road is long, even when the odds are against them. You have to be relentless in your pursuit of what you want in life. Relentless in your pursuit of growth, of change, of progress. So when life hits you, when it knocks you down, don't quit. Keep moving forward. The hardest part is often the first step, but once you take it, the next one will be easier. And the next one after that will be easier too. The more you keep pushing, the more you'll realize that you're capable of far more than you ever thought possible. Your life is yours to shape. Your future is in your hands. Don't wait for anyone to tell you what you can and can't do. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is your willingness to fight for them. So fight. And don't stop until you get what you came for. Embracing failure is one of the most powerful things you can do in life. You see, too many people fear failure. They run from it. They try to avoid it at all costs. thinking that it means they're not good enough or that it's a reflection of their abilities. But here's the reality. Failure is not the end. It's simply a step in the process of becoming who you're meant to be. Every time you fail, you are given a lesson that no success could teach you. You learn about your limits, your weaknesses, but more importantly, you learn how to get back up and keep moving forward. Failure is the greatest teacher you'll ever have. It shows you what needs to change, what can be improved, and what doesn't work. But it also reveals your character. It shows you who you really are. When everything falls apart, whether you will stay down or find the strength to rise again. And if you rise, you come back stronger. Every failure, no matter how big or small, is a stepping stone that brings you closer to where you need to be. When you embrace failure, you stop seeing it as something to be ashamed of, but rather as a necessary part of the journey. Every great success story includes a series of failures. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not the number of failures they experience, but how they handle those failures. It's about being willing to fail, to get up again, and to push through the discomfort. Success isn't about avoiding failure. It's about failing better each time. The more you fail, the more you learn. The more you learn, the closer you get to reaching your true potential. The most successful people in this world didn't achieve greatness without falling down, without feeling like they were at rock bottom, or without doubting themselves at times. But they understood something crucial. Failure doesn't define you, it's just part of the process. And each time they failed, they learned, they adjusted, and they kept pushing forward. It's also important to remember that the fear of failure often holds us back from even trying. We're so afraid of not getting it right the first time that we never start. But in doing that, we're denying ourselves the opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to see what we're really capable of. Every time you fail, you are given a gift, the gift of insight, of resilience, and of perseverance. That's what makes failure such a powerful tool for growth. You don't learn from success in the same way you do from failure. Success can make you complacent, but failure forces you to adapt, to think, and to find new solutions. So stop fearing failure. Stop seeing it as a roadblock. Instead, treat it as the stepping stone that it truly is, an opportunity to grow, to improve, and to become the person you were meant to be. Life doesn't owe you a thing. That's one of the hardest truths to come to terms with, but it's also one of the most liberating. We grow up with expectations that the world will somehow work in our favor, that things will fall into place if we're just good enough, or if we try hard enough. But the reality is, the world doesn't owe you comfort, success, or happiness. You don't deserve anything just because you exist. You have to earn it. You have to create it. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll stop waiting for someone else to make your life better. Life isn't fair, and it's not going to give you anything just because you think you deserve it. You might put in all the work, you might sacrifice, you might have all the right intentions, and still, things might not turn out the way you planned. But that doesn't mean you should give up or feel entitled to a different outcome. The only thing life owes you is the opportunity to try. The only guarantee is that if you put in the work, you have a shot at creating your own future. But there are no guarantees that it will be easy or that it will happen the way you imagine. It's up to you to find your way, to keep pushing when things get tough, and to keep showing up even when the odds seem stacked against you. If you go through life expecting others to give you what you want, or expecting the universe to hand you success because you think you deserve it, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Life is what you make of it. If you want success, you have to fight for it. If you want happiness, you have to work for it. It's easy to blame circumstances, to point fingers, and to claim that you've been dealt a bad hand. But the truth is, It's not about the cards you're given. It's about how you play them. Everyone faces struggles. Everyone has challenges. But those who rise above those challenges are the ones who understand that nothing comes without effort. The sooner you let go of the idea that life owes you something, the sooner you can take full control of your destiny. You stop waiting for things to change and start making things happen. You stop expecting people to hand you opportunities and start creating your own. You realize that you are responsible for your own life, your own happiness, and your own success. No one is going to do it for you. The sooner you take ownership, the sooner you stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the architect of your own future. This isn't about being bitter or resentful about the challenges you face. It's about recognizing that challenges are part of the process and that you are the one who has to rise to meet them. Life isn't going to make it easy for you, but that's exactly what makes it worth fighting for. Because when you earn something, when you fight through the struggle, when you face adversity and come out on the other side, that victory is yours. You own it. You know you earned it. So stop waiting for life to hand you anything. Stop looking for shortcuts. Stop waiting for the right time or the right opportunity. Life doesn't owe you that. What it does give you is the ability to create your own path, to choose your own response, and to carve out a life that you can be proud of. That's the real gift. And once you understand that, once you take full responsibility for your life, there is nothing, no obstacle, no challenge, no setback that can stop you from achieving what you're truly capable of. In the end, life isn't going to hand you anything on a silver platter. It's not about waiting for opportunities to fall into your lap or expecting success to come easily. It's about showing up every day with a relentless spirit, willing to fail, willing to learn, and willing to grow. It's about understanding that the only limits that exist are the ones you set for yourself, and that failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. It's about realizing that life doesn't owe you anything, but it does give you the power to create your own future. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you respond to what happens to you. When you take ownership of your journey, when you stop waiting for things to change and start making things happen, that's when you step into your power. So, take charge of your life. Fail, get back up, and keep going. The world doesn't owe you success, but you owe it to yourself to never stop fighting for the life you deserve.